Hello everyone, I'm BCowcorn, and this is episode 258 of HardCorn, the original series. We are over here in the Guardian farm working on getting more of our sea lanterns, because we need those for the cartography studio that we're building back at the base. So let's get back to that. Alrighty, we do have a few here, most of a stack. We're going to get a good deal more. I'm not sure why I still have the diamond hoe. I think that's left over when I was doing a little forestry. So anyway, start whacking these guys. Not like there's anybody else here to do it. I do have, yeah, good full armor. When I first showed up here, in the latter part of last session, I forgot to switch out of my elytra. And unfortunately, the little spike effect that these guys got, it hits you a little harder when you don't have chest plate on, as you might imagine. Oh guys, there's lots of splashing. If it's your first time watching, basically the goal here, do this till the hearts get down to like 3. Eat, heal up, and go down and collect what is dropped. And we're getting just about there. I'm trying to let a few accumulate within reach here for each hit. Just so that more of them will get whacked by the sweeping edge effect. Alright. Gather all these up. I'll take this guy as well. And that one. Alright. What do we got? 24. Not too bad. I'll put those over there. We'll get these all bundled up. 27 of those. And one more. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Alright. And those will chuck in there. The fish will check in here. Because we are taking those back to sell, because we are also going to be needing some quartz. I'm going to go ahead and eat a little bit. I think it was down a touch. I don't want to get all nice and topped off. Just wondering what the optimal rate of whacking at these guys is. Should I strike as soon as the little weapon bar fills up there? Or wait for more of these guys to accumulate close by? so that the sweeping edge will do more. There, get more splashes now. It's like during my recovery, they kind of accumulate. There's a whole bunch right there. And we maybe hit the mob cap at some point along there. Then I start whacking them. And they respawn up top. But they take a little while to get down to me. I may have to do some optimization of this thing. This lab. Chuck these in here right now. Come on, heal up. I have been using cod mostly as food for this little task. Salmon gives a bit more saturation. 26, not too bad. 24 of those, that's a better ratio, I think. Alright. Those go in there. This guy goes in there. And yes. Saturation was down a little bit. Alright, guys. This is not the most efficient Guardian farm in the world. Not by a long shot. There's definitely more efficient designs out there. I've seen them. And I may make some modifications to this one to bring them a bit more in line with that. This one, I basically just compartmentalized the space over the ocean monument. Put soul sand at the bottom of each compartment and set it up to have them all kind of flowing into a central channel and then flow over to this end over here. Basically did that because when I first tackled the monument, I built a little conduit, a fully framed out conduit, basically on one side of it on the outside, so that I could just move around inside at my leisure. You know, without having to worry about breathing. And that does help a lot. I mean, you gotta kind of sneak up on the thing a bit. You know, sneak up on a corner of it to go and gather the materials for that. And you may have to come and go a few times because, you know, you're going to get the mining fatigue. You can place the blocks to make the frame while you have mining fatigue. But if you make any mistakes, you definitely need to recover from it. So anyway, that was already there on the outside, and rather than move it, I just left it there and had these guys falling down into a little bit of water on top of the things on top of the conduit right there. So they're within range, and you can hear them getting damaged by the thing. So it works passively by the conduit getting them. I could have had it work passively from them falling. But, yeah. Just didn't. That's all. Just didn't. Yeah, see, now they've accumulated enough there. They're getting whacked over here. Alright. Alright, I'm wondering... 22... Wondering if I should... Well, I have the 44 there. I'm going to go ahead and stop off with those. I think I'm going to go ahead and swim up top. And into here. Where actually, well, I actually have some more here. Do that. These cooking. No, we're fine. We don't have any of that to cook. I do have, you know, some kelp growing there for that. Time, it is midday. Ow. That hurt. And pop those in there. Alright. And there, alright. Go ahead and eat. So the goal, I think, I might go for 5 stacks. As long as it looks like I got at least 2 of these guys pressed in here. I think that gives me at least some of the sweeping edge effect in my favor. There's more of them. The more I get from that. And that is a bit more energy efficient. And that I'm dealing more damage in relation to the damage I'm taking. So I'm thinking for any one strike that I make, I'm only getting the spikes from one of these guys. I think the game does limit that, so that they're not... If you have a big, huge mass of these guys and you hit it, you're not going to get the spikes from all of them. Just the one. I think it does put that limit on there. Otherwise, I would just be, you know, an explosion of inventory on that first strike. Or, you know, I mean, losing hearts much more rapidly than this. Oh, no. A little more. There we go. Okay. Okay. We're getting there. That was weird. I'm gonna go ahead and put that up there. Let's see, do I have any? Whoa, close to that. We'll take these. And that one. Don't quite have enough for... No deal, that's fine. Go ahead and do these. Okay. Conduit, of course, does not give you the benefit of looting. But it goes continuously. That was sad. What was that squeal about? It kind of seems, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but it kind of seems like when I was putting this together, initially, I just had them falling on dry hoppers. Not, from high enough to kill them, but, yeah, just on the dry hoppers. And of course, they were just flopping around there, and it seemed like them being out of water put them out of reach of the conduit's effect on them. So they would just flop around. And just flop around randomly. They weren't getting gathered toward the little window where I could get at them. And at the time, I had like a 4x4 area that they were falling into. Now it's just the one block wide here, so that they gather a bit more quickly. Because they do have some ability to swim. Going after something. Wonder what it is. Occasionally we'll get a axolotl down here. Oh. Need that. Alrighty. 22. Alright. And 20 of those. I think we got enough for one more. Yep. Here we go. Yep. Alright. When it's time to go, we're going to gather some more of that fish. Right now, I'm just getting these little specials out. Alright, so we got roughly 2 3/4. Guys, come on down. But yeah, there are some things that I could do to optimize this. I'm thinking that the little cells that are the farthest, I can just fill those in, like with sand or whatever. So that they aren't spawning there. And maybe even just fill in all but just the one cell that's closest to here. The thing is, I'm not 100% certain that part of that cell is far enough away from me for these guys to spawn. I'm down as about as far as I can get, really. But from what I understand, a more optimized design would put me up above, up in the air. So the question then is, how might I modify this thing to do that? Oh, wait. Come on now. Come on now. These away. Alright. And a lot of that coming. Alright. 21. Okay. Starts our next stack. 25 of those. And we got enough for another. Okay. There you go. And that'll go there. Alright. Guys. Yeah, there's so much more there when you first start whacking at it. They do accumulate a bit. But there is a little bit of latency when they start to spawn again until they get down here. Then the flow starts. And you start getting a few more within range. But it does dip for a little bit. Yeah, if we can get rid of that latency, that would be great. Try to hit a little more rapidly on that one just to see what we might do as far as production. My fear is that that doesn't let as many get within range of the blade, so we might not get as many per cycle. But it's a faster cycle, so it might be alright. I don't know. Let's see how many we get this time. Come on, guys. It's feeding. Alright, let's... Okay. I'll check again in a moment. 20 and 21. So... yeah, it does seem to be a little bit reduced. I got 21 out of it. 22. Alright. That in there. That in there. Okay. Yeah. The other question is, how rapidly are we going through the salmon in proportion to how rapidly they accumulate? Is the salmon sustainable? Or will I have to alternate with that, with cod? Yeah. Yeah. About 3.5 stacks, or close to it. We're gonna go for 5, which I don't know if that's gonna be more than we need, or less, or what. Because back at the base, we are working on a cartography studio for my villagers. And there's going to be a number of desks for them. And those are kind of ringed on the floor with these sea lanterns. We'll see exactly how when we get there. But I think I want to have at least one overhead as well. And then there's a question of other supplemental lighting. I want to have enough going on there so that I can get rid of the torches that I have scattered around on the floor. And speaking of floors, we're going to be needing wool, and I think some more carpet around the edge. And for the ceilings, we're going to be needing a lot of quartz. Specifically the pillars. $20, $25. That's not a great ratio. Definitely had better. Alright. 21, 26. Maybe a little better. Slightly. But not by a lot. Okay. So, yep. So yeah, whacking at them faster does seem to get less per cycle. It also makes for a shorter cycle. The question is whether they are proportional. I have no idea. I made no effort to measure the length of time. And honestly, that would be something just easier done, just, you know, measuring the time in the video afterwards. Maybe I'll do that, maybe I won't. I don't know. To be perfectly honest, probably not. I know it needs to be done to the farm itself, to the design of it, to make it better. Or at least the next tweak that I can make. Filling in those far cells. Let's get filled up too. Do I have any? Yeah, I have some in here that I set aside last time. Go ahead and pop those in there. Alright. Head on down. That's not a lot, but it's accumulating there. There was just a bunch of those that were like still in the hopper, making its way down. Oh, there they go. And just 19 worth. It's enough to get me to the fill that stack. Another one of you know, a little bit lesser ratio there. Alright, so we got our 5th stack started. There's one more. So yeah, these guys are dropping stuff. Without the looting though. Now they're gonna drop more. I think the looting still counts if I hit them, and then the conduit takes care of them. Come on, you know there. Oh, more. Splashes this area. Come on now, guys. Very rude for them to spin their tails right in my face, though. But that's how it goes. on. Seal it up. Nope. Alright. There we go. 20 there. We don't have a little bit more than that. Bring it down to cook. Or up to cook, I guess. It's going to be close to nighttime. I'm thinking when night does come, it's going to be time to go up there and sleep. I'm actually not certain how many nights have passed. I don't have a day count mod in this one. Where did I put that there? The day count wouldn't be accurate either. Early on in this world, I was doing my thumbnails by going back into the world after the session, switching over to spectator view, and yeah, just looking around, maybe setting the time of day different to whatever I wanted to capture. Then going back to where I was, setting the time of day to roughly where it was when I left off, and then switching back to survival. That has a side effect when you use the command to set the time. It has the unfortunate side effect, at least in 1.17.1, which I'm in now, of resetting the server's day count, the world's day count. I don't think it should. I don't think it necessarily has to. It didn't have to go to that way, I don't think. But that's how it is. Bug or intentional? I don't know. 29, that's a good count there. Alright, and 19. Yep, it averages out. Alright. I guess I can put more of those. Get them out the way. Alright. Those in there. That guy in there. Oh yeah, I also wanted to go up. I want to put these in and also sleep. Alright, we'll take these out. These in. we go to sleep. All right. Good morning. Oh, that message does not have a good implication. The implication of that is that I did not set my spawn when I arrived. And you can see how the guys come in from all these little bubble cells in here. All right. Let's goes in there. Anything else you want to do? I think that's it. All right. I think we'll do one more batch because that's definitely gonna put it over the top. If it doesn't, that's a horrible yield for a cycle. And if we gotta do another cycle after this, it's I think gonna put us over half the session. It's not my preference. Where are the guys? Come on. What the heck? Come on closer, dudes. See, I raised the possibility. Now they're conspiring against me. Try to make this a low yield cycle. Yeah, at this point, a few things I could do to improve this. I could fill up those far cells so they're not spawning stuff. I could look to build this thing up so that I'm more up in the air and less of the spawnable radius around me is, you know, someplace other than the monument. Oh, dudes. Cram in there. Alright. Yeah, I think we're grabbing a few from that cramming. Alright, so 17, that puts us over the top for that. Go ahead and grab that. There's more, I'll go ahead and take them. Oh, if we get one more crystal, there we go. Yeah, I can make one more. And one more of those. Okay. That's great. That's fine. Take those for next time. And I will also take some more fish. And I'm going to be taking even more. Check this in there. This guy in here for now. All this fish that I grabbed. Let's see. I think I'm going to take the salmon. I'm gonna store it here for now. Or maybe I should take it downstairs. Keep it out of the shulker for now. Alright, so... yeah, let's gather stuff. Take these. Make a can of them. Oh, I forgot to make the dealies. That's fine. Yeah, having this in my hand kind of makes that awkward. Yeah, the salmon, I'll hold on for a moment. Dang it. I'm gonna check in my salmon. Alright. Couple more. Oh, I don't have room for those. That's not great. Not great at all. Yeah, so there's nothing to put in there. Okay. That's fine. I'll do that first thing then. Should I put the salmon in there? I'm gonna bring it up top. I'm gonna bring the salmon up top. Put them in there for now for cooking later. Grab this. Ow. Oh, what's supposed to happen? Alright, goes in there for my supplies. And let's... grab these. Do those, because yeah, we're accumulating a little bit. And that's fine. That's great. I got a place for that. Yeah, I can check those in here. Alright. More of these. We can, yeah, fill a little bit more. Alright, and... grab some more. That. I think we can do more even. One more though. Alright. We're getting it. Boom. And then yeah. We've got a few of these for next time around. And we will put these in here for next time around as well. This is all full. So we will take it. Goes out for safety for when we come around again. Let's see, let's pop that up there, and I'm going to need a little space in the inventory for other stuff, so I'm going to leave that like it is. Alright. Yeah, we got a little bit more of this going on here. going good. Alright. Yeah. 3 more of them. 3 more of them. Yep. That's just passive income. Alright. I could have made one more. What am I trying to do? Alright. Let's head on out of here. Is that the moon I see? I don't know. I know when we get up there. Looks light. Yeah, oh, the sun is just going down. Alright. We're going to need some rockets. We're going to need the elytra. I saw a thing about how that ought to be pronounced. You know what? Oh, should we go by night? If we go by night, we're going to have to land on the helipads, which is a cool thing to do, so we're going to do that. In any case, back to base. We're going to need a little more altitude, though. Right, here's our cove. And here we go. Yeah, a little more altitude. There we are. There we go. Ooh, plenty. Love it. Okay. So, let's see. What do we need to do? We need to get these in place and stuff. We got a lot of cod to sell. We are going to be... What am I doing? Whoa, my goodness, what am I doing? What the heck? This way. Alright. We're going to go ahead and sleep. I'll set my respawn point here. Or not. Haha. Or at least it's reset so it's closer by. Alright. I think what we're going to do... Where did we come in, actually? We came in from that side, so I think... This is the one that's going to be over towards the base. Yes. We're going to be doing a little trading here. But we got a lot of this to drop off, actually. So, this is kind of a wrong turn. Alright. Okay, what all do we need to do? The shulker actually can go downstairs. But I gotta get some of this stuff out of my inventory so that we can have a little more room for our trade goods. Right. Yeah, a lot of fish in there. I got a lot of fishermen. They'll buy it. I'm going to need to get a whole lot of quartz. First step. Okay. Is to... Actually, let's set my respawn there. Not that I'm not going to sleep at night. Ow! That's not what I meant to do at all. That was way too fast. Yeah, because these are flight duration 2s. Which I have read is the most resource efficient. But yeah, they get you taken off though. And I did not quite thread the needle on that one, did I? All right, we're coming over here. We're gonna be working in this space over here. So I have some quartz, but bricks. I don't have any pillars like these guys, which is what I need. Junk in there. Do I have enough room here to fit these? Yes, I do. But I got to make some rooms for quartz though. I think I'm gonna check. Well, no, I don't have room to put the diamond hoe in there. I should have dropped it off. Well, it's in my inventory now, so there we go. All right. I have all this dark logs too. The dark oak, you know, they ought to be in here. Anyway, tell you what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and grab some of these and maybe put a few in place because I know there's some places I do want to put these, like right over the desks. Get them lit up nicely. And I've made 4 of these desks so far because I made, 4 of the tables there for them. That one, yeah, I mean, it's kind of close to this other stuff already, but it's fine. Now, one thing I do want to do for this one here, I want to make a spyglass. And I don't have the recipe for that in here. I'm pretty sure it can be made, but I'd need the copper for it. I've got a geode. I can get the crystals. It's the copper. And I'm thinking in this version, for the copper, I may need... Where's that guy? I can hear him. I think we might be up top. No, he's probably outside. Yeah. Got a lot of guys out here. Gonna be a lot of cartographers. Where is he? Is he down here? Is he on the stairs? Oh, he's down there on the stairs. Okay, you know what? I can take him. Hey, dude. Come on. Under the stairs, guy. There. Where are you, dude? Just went away. Where'd you go, guy? Yep. So, I mean, one thing I could do, I got some spots here where I need to put in, some lights. Yeah. And some quartz as well. Alright, we're gonna come back up and head on back into the thing. Just wish I knew where that guy went. Hey guys. Excuse me. Alright, well, it's not gonna be in here. I know that much. I don't know where he disappeared to. But, yeah, so we got glowstone around the edges. We're gonna have carpets over there. And I'm pretty sure I can buy those. Not sure how many we need. Anyway. Plop those in there. Okay. Let's, and I got plenty of glowstone. Plenty of torches, and there's going to be more. I'm going to be reclaiming them. Alright, I need a whole bunch of pillars that are going to be on there. I'm going to need a lot of the light blue wool blocks for in the floor between the deals. I'd like to make like cubicles, but I'm not sure how, other than with walls, and that would be kind of dissatisfying, I think. Could make them glass, floor to ceiling. That'd be crazy. Anyway, uh, yeah. Nice. Okay. That was actually pretty good. Was this guy gonna be out here running after me? I hope not. I know, I guess wherever he warped to is out of sight. Which is fine by me. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna put this in here. I think I got another one elsewhere. I'm not sure. Anyway, another spot there I could put a thing. But that's for later. Okay, right now, I need more quartz. I need carpet. So I need to do some trading. And I think I'm going to start by selling off some fish. We'll start with puffies. Because this guy here, he does not buy cod, but he does buy the puffies. There we go. I guess I can leave that there. Alright. And until he restocks, I've got to concentrate on these guys. Oh, they're going to sleep too. Well, I will... No, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. They were doing 9 at one point. This guy probably did not restock. No, he absolutely did not. And is not going to. But, yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Okay. No, of course not. Alright, you're just going to go ahead and finish up these guys' trades. Okay. And we can chuck that back in there. Got a couple of stacks there. Let's go and sleep. Hey, kitty. We are running off a few calories here. Hey, guy. I could start training up some more guys. That would be a cool thing to do. But that's going to take some time. So, we're going to continue concentrating on this. So I think what I'm going to need to do... let's go ahead. And get the carpet. There we go. One stack might be enough. It might. And we're going to go with that. Should I go ahead and buy quartz? Or should I harvest? Should I put this little puffer away? And grab my axe. And go harvest some melons. Downstairs in the farm. I think that might be the thing to do. Because with fishermen, they gotta recharge their trades. Which they may have just done. Then I can trade a lot more with them. That. Some more lily pads for down here. Oh, hush. I know you're bored in there. But I don't care. Yeah, grumble all you want. Should have brought a magazine, dude. And yeah, I guess I know I've kind of dated myself with that. Yeah. Alright. Any dropped in here? That didn't look like it. Cat, okay. I knew I saw something moving. Alright, guys. Now for some trading. Hello. So, the question, will I be able to sell off all this produce before the end of the session? I don't know that I will. It's not a given. Hello. So I've been seeing stuff about the new straw bed and cushions for the next drop that's coming. I think it's real interesting. think as far as, like, say, the seating, oops, the seating in Minecraft, I think the cushion seems like a good, very broad solution to that. If you, since you can put it, basically, on anything, that leaves you open to doing all sorts of designs for chairs and sofas and things like that. Just wonder, the thing is, it's the way it works, whatever you put it on breaks, cushion breaks as well. And I'm guessing if it gets moved, like if you got a piston pushing whatever block the cushion is on, that will break it as well. So, can't really use it as, say, like a seat on a flying machine or something like that. So whatever tricks you've been using to accomplish that, you're still going to have to use them, I think. From what I gather, from what I've seen. I've not actually tried it yet. Haven't done that. Alright. Down to just pumpkins. Yeah, alright. We're going to go upstairs, sell these. I might sell out my produce. Oh no. Or I might not. Oh no. It's getting into the afternoon. Prospects of another restock are dim. I may have to start buying quartz. I think I'm just this time I'm going to just concentrate on the pillars because I have a fair number of the other blocks right now that I need. Just already in the inventory down there, and I'm going to need a lot of pillars. Oh. No, I'm trying to sell you stuff, guy. These guys I'm buying from. Now, the problem with getting all pillars is that it's going to take more sales cycles. Okay. I think what I can do, though, sell these. Yeah, I'm going to be sleeping in a moment. Yep. Let's see if any of these guys just happen to know. No, of course not. But, okay. Yeah, and they're going to sleep now. Alright. Can I go sleep? Please? Please? Please, please, please. I think I got a couple of guys in here. Yeah, these guys are ready to be trained. And then this guy as well. I'm only set up to do 2 at a time. Alright. Okay. And now we gotta wait for that next restock. Probably should have done that sooner. Go ahead and do this. But, yeah, only one. Okay. Yep. Tempted to keep going, but I got way too much stuff for the amount of space that I've got. Yep. Plus, I'm going to need more wool blocks. Oh, you need to dump that pod there. Oh, all right. Yeah, I could go and grab the shears, but I would not have room for anything else. I should have dumped this stone in that chest. Ugh. What was I thinking? What was I thinking indeed? Okay. Oh, you don't buy any anyway. There we go. Somehow, oh. Get some XP going here. Alright. Now we can get more pillars. But that is slow going. You should get the blocks. I can convert them to pillars. I mean, I do have, the other quartz stuff, but I am going to need a lot of pillars, so it might be a good call to go ahead and get some blocks. As long as you're selling pillars, I'm buying pillars. If they're not selling pillars, I'm buying blocks. Okay. And just got 10 minutes to go here. Will I complete my trades? I don't know if I will. Yeah, I'm going for a mix, I guess. I don't think I have a hope of making all my purchases otherwise. So, those other villagers that I have available to train, what professions should I train them in? As far as the trading hall down here goes. Could try to go for a pair each of farmers and masons. The masons, once I get them up to master, will be sure to give me both the pillars and the blocks. Oh, man. Come on, just got 4 more here. Come on. No. It's getting a little into the afternoon, but surely, you guys. Nothing else I really want to buy. Or that I have room for. I think this guy was like only... Jeez. Dang. Dang. Alright. Well, it's getting near the end, so... we're just gonna head over here. This one guy... or these 3 guys anyway. Last try. Okay. Head upstairs. Let's go ahead and bank this for later. Okay, we got stuff. I think I should go ahead and get some wool. You guys. You're going to need a lot of this for the floors. And I don't think shepherds sell the wool. They buy it. They sell wool products. I need more. No. I need the light blue guys to eat. Come on now. That was... I don't think he's escaped. I think he's just one that's always been wandering around. One that I just never did get rounded up into the herd. I'd like to get a stack. I don't think you can get like fortune or looting on your shears. You're pretty much just mending and unbreaking. Those going down. Come on, I'd like to get it up to a stack. I know I'm going to need more than that, but... Oh my goodness. I'm just getting little singles out of you guys. Come on now. There we go. And there it gets up there. Alright. Let's head on inside. Oh, these are growing? Oh yes, we are going to be needing birch. But I guess I have some space for it. Alright. We'll do that because we're going to be putting the things away. Oh, but I need to replant after. Okay, no, I don't have enough inventory space to be messing with those right now. But I will be messing with them later. Rest assured. Now I'm going to sleep. And good morning. Check that up there. And we got a couple spots here now. Let's see what we can do here. Tricky part is... I need that, but... And saplings. And there's our 2-minute warning. Yeah, see, the problem is I don't have that bow. Ah. Alright. Okay, there's one. So... and do this. Replant that. Any others? More sticks. I need more sticks. I don't need those. I need saplings, please. Anyway, that'll do for now. Let's head back over. Ow. I thought I'd hit the elytra. But I guess not. Alright, let's see if we can get back up to the place. There's things I want to do before this is all over. Oh, it's so cool that you can cook going up at the same speed while eating. Alrighty. So, yeah, we're back here. And basically, we want to put some pillars around there. I think we want to expand that out a little bit. So, there's going to be some glowstone in there. But over here, whoops. We can cover, well, dang it. Yeah. Ooh. You know, I was just thinking, if they let you lay carpet the same way that they do the cushions in the next drop, that would be kind of cool, but I have a feeling it would break a lot of people's stuff. And people don't like having their stuff broken. So, yeah. probably for the best that it isn't. Anyway, next time around, we'll do a little bit more with restructuring this. I think we want to widen this big block deal over to here, I'm thinking. Um, and then put the glowstone more around that, so that'll be a bit over a bit. Anyway, that's for next time around. Right now, yeah, we just got our stuff, and we're going to be putting more of it down. So see you next time, and we'll get more of this place into shape. See you then.